Okay. Episode 5. Let's see if I can finish Act 3. If I get enough mana, I think we'll be able to hit Fireball consistently and clear all the imps that are used to group up together. So, we'll see. I think usually it's on the right hand side of the river. Spider Cavern, I mean. It should be on the right hand side of the river. At least that's what I remember from some speedrunning videos. I think I could pick a cold mercenary if I have some trouble. I think in dungeon where you get the brain in inflated dungeon. I think it's immune to fire. The boss next to the chest with Kalim's brain. So I think I could get a mercenary just to help me with that, to kill him. Boots. Let's have a high strength requirement for now, but we'll see. If they're good, I will keep them. Oh, another pair. That's good. Mosquitoes, it's funny that mosquitoes do stamina damage, so when you're playing an energy shield sorceress, stamina damage is also damage and it goes to your mana pool as well, if I remember correctly. Let's see if it's here. Spider Cavern. Yeah. Let's try. Okay. The spider next to the chest here is very dangerous because it does amplify damage. Okay, I will go and give the trade figurine to my safe.
I don't sense any magic about this item. Very strange.
Yeah, you can. You need all the health you can get in hardcore, so I think I will be doing that before facing the spider here. I don't remember the name. Is Zach, something like that. Okay, I can't take
I am
the mana
overburdened.
potions.
Back in. Good day.
The only things that can give you burden and impact negatively your move speed are your chest armor and the shield. So you can wear any gear from the other slots, and it won't affect you. Only armor and shield have the impact. This one I think is light. This one is definitely light. So yeah, both of them are light. Have the minimum impact on my stamina. So let's see. Resist is good here. This one is a bit better, but cannot get to it fast enough. So yeah, I'll sell it for now, unfortunately. The stash is very small, I cannot keep it. So I prefer the fire resistance, although I would like to have more faster unwalk. But maybe I'll keep it for now. Maybe I'll keep it in the stash for now. Maybe I can fix some holes in my resistances with it, and let's see if I can sell this for a good price. It still gets the maximum of the value, so I'll sell it. I'll sell it when I need to, or when I'm about to run out of stars. Okay, this poison resist amulet as well. Okay. So just the 20 points in life will be good enough for now, and then we move on.
not in town.
Unfortunately, teleporting is not working down. I don't know why, since it's not damaging. So yeah, 20 life is good. And we move on.
Hello.
I think the good thing with Firebolt is that if you're aiming steadily, it doesn't aggro more than one. Okay, here he is. Okay, it's dangerous. I need to try to separate them. He amplified me. This is dangerous. Try to move them away from the entrance. Think the amplify gears off. Maybe take a mercenary now. Even if I can tank some damage from him and with cold damage can help.
Hello there.
So yeah, I think ice damage is the best one. Yeah. Hopefully he will help. This enemy is not joke. If you get amplified damage on, he can finish you off in one hit. In hardcore, that means making a new character. So, actually, I'll go, since it's close enough, I'll go just by walking to get to the entrance and maybe teleport once to the side to thin them out, facing them one by one. It will make it easier. I forgot all these potions. So I'll take them now. Yeah, cold damage freezes and that's very, very useful. Let's see if I can guide him here one by one. This is very useful. Maybe I should have gone with cold damage initially. So yeah, that's a very good kill. Belt could be useful. Okay, maybe take the axe as well, just to sell it. Hit recovery frames in Sorceress are very bad. You get hit once, and then you're staggered. I think you're getting staggered if the damage is more than 16% of your health, of your total health. If it's more than that, you get staggered, if I remember correctly. Meaning you can't do anything until the hit recovering animation finishes. So you're very, very vulnerable then. That's why it's useful if you have the faster hit recovery mod in your gear. The maximum per item in Classic is 24 faster hit recovery. I don't think it's the same. I don't remember if that's the same in Lord of Destruction as well, but I would think so. Usually that's more important for melee characters, but Sorceress is so fragile that it's very useful for her as well. I'm just gonna finish them off since they have good XP. The pathing of the mercenaries is somewhat bad. You keep getting stuck in corners and behind doors sometimes, especially in Act 1 where there are a lot of doors. So usually if you can, you want to have him have some type of aura effect or to give you something passively. One of the good changes is that in here in Act 3 the fire one, the fire mercenary, here they give him chance to catch the enchant. Enchant is one of his skills, which is very useful because not only does it adds fire damage, it's also giving you attack rating, which is amazingly useful if you're playing melee character or even a necromancer which has minions. Since when you're playing a summoner is very safe, but the damage of your minions is spread out if there are many enemies, so you don't take advantage of all the damage of all your skeletons. So you need a finishing skill or an AoE skill. Must use Corpus Explosion, which is great, even with 1 point, because the damage does not scale with the points in Corpus Explosion. Only the ratios, the ratio of the impact of the explosion, it adds up. But mostly I like to use his bone spells, magical spells, bone spear mostly, because it always pierces the targets, so you're doing many times the damage you have, and magic damage is very funny because either it's immune or to magic damage, meaning the magical spells, or you do full damage. There is no in between in this game. It's a bit different from elemental damage. So I think having bone spell as well helps a lot. But yeah, if you get as fast as you can the first corpse with a necromancer, you can then start the corpse explosion chain. And that's so helpful to clear packs of monsters. But it will not help you if you're fighting bosses, since you cannot take advantage of any more corpses. There are not any laying around. So that's why I think bone spells are the most useful ones, because you can actually use them when you're facing bosses and not just wait for the minions to finish the boss off, which will take a lot of time. If you can clear the area, then it's safe to teleport, but I don't think it's very safe to teleport ahead of you. Unless you're absolutely sure that there are no enemies. I think they could make a very good addition to classic Diablo just by adding terror zones like in uh, like in Lord of Destruction. That would be an amazing change. Not a lot of people play classic Diablo, but a lot, and I can totally understand why. It would make it far more interesting, especially the grind to 99, which I think in classic Diablo is so much more time consuming. You only have Diablo giving you XP because his monster level is 95, but that's so slow because you have after 75 you begin to have XP penalties. That's their way to artificially lengthen the time to get to level 99. And I think they made it a bit worse after after patch. I mean, 1.10. It used to be a bit easier, but they decided to make the grind even worse. I don't think it's possible to realistically to go to within a reasonable amount of time to 99 without terror zone. That's a great addition because the higher level you can get, besides the the bragging rights to have a max out character, since this is a difficult game, you get better crafting items when you craft with a higher level character, and also you get the better items when you imbue items. I think these are the only two great factors when you have a higher character level. And obviously in melee fighters or in ranged fighters, meaning anything that doesn't use spells, when you're a higher level, you have a greater chance to actually hit, because in the formula, besides the attack rating of the attacker and the defense rating of the defender, what comes into the equation is the character level difference. So the higher level you are, the better chance to actually hit. So that's good. That's always good. You farm more efficiently if you're a higher level than the monsters, because you can hit them more often. Classic Diablo, I think there are no items with ignore target defense. I think that it's one of the mods that was added in Lord of Destruction, which ignores attack rating and defense rating and only has in the formula the character difference, which makes it a lot easier to hit, but still you cannot exceed 95%, and you cannot also go below 5%, which is good as well. So you can actually have some chances to hit if you're having difficulties. Melee is very difficult in this game, and and the actual use of skills that actually have this attack rating check, because spells that the other classes do always hit. It depends on the spell, it's not a given. Some you would think it would go and always hit, but it's not how it is. So I think I need to put one strength point every level now to reach sometime 50, which is the end goal for Sorceress, to equip Frostburn Gloves. So yeah, I will put 2 in Vitality and 2 in Energy. I still need a bit more to be able to spam Fireball as well, because it actually adds to mana cost when you raise its level. It's 26, and in 30 I think fire damage is too good to give you some boost in damage and keep the mana cost down. We'll see. The Great Marsh area is not fixed. How it links to the other areas. Sometimes it's between Flare Jungle area, sometimes it's completely different from the main path, so you could go from Spider Forest to Flare Jungle and not bother going to Greater Mars at all, because there's nothing important in Greater Mars. You only can get here just to farm XP, but you can do it to other areas. It's just a thing, a trick from the developers to lengthen the act. So yeah, I'm still losing mana even if I just use Firebolt. So I think yeah, I need to keep pumping points to energy to reach the point when I do not actually need to use mana potions for Firebolt, at least. For the other spells, I think it's difficult to actually reach that level. You will always need to cast some mana potion, because you do not have access to meditation aura in classic Diablo if you're playing alone. There are no rune words to build inside to have the meditation aura, so the only way to have a better mana regeneration is to have more mana and some mana regeneration as well. When the enemies are bigger, you can actually hit them from further ahead when you have when you're doing a melee attack. This is actually, I think, a very nice mechanic. It depends on the range of your weapon, and also depends on how big the opponent is. If the opponent is bigger, you can hit him from further away. If you also have a weapon with higher reach, like a spear, you can even hit from even further. I think Mancatcher has the best turrets. I mean that type of spear. I think Mancatcher has the highest turrets, which is 4, if I remember correctly. 4 reach. I think I need to finish the fire tree
I can't carry anymore.
before moving on to cold tree, I think, to slowly reach frozen orb. Frozen orb only has one synergy and it's not that amazing to max it out. It's good, obviously. More damage is always good. But you can do without it and still do significant damage. I think this breastplate is nothing amazing. I think it's the Berserker set, so I don't need to pick it up. Because I only want resists from all my gear. That's the only thing I need. Oh, nice. One more experience shrine. Mono burn must be fixed here in Resurrected, but still it's very bad. You do not want the enemies to touch you. It used to be many times more the damage to your mana than it should have been, but they fixed it. But still, you should avoid all the enemies that have mana burn when you're actually using mana. The melee characters and essentially all characters, even ranged, that use only a few points of mana per cast, can get away just with mana leads. But yeah, if you can avoid them, it's good, because everything almost in skills requires the use of mana. There are obviously exceptions, thankfully. Skills you can use without any mana, but mostly it's good to avoid them. I think you can only hit innate directions, like the original game. They made it possible to move to all the directions, or it's just the illusion of it, but you actually hit, I think, only in innate directions. That's why sometimes you miss targets, although you're firing properly. When you played with a mouse in the original Diablo, and I think here as well in the Resurrected, when you're playing with a mouse, the good practice to hit your missiles was to focus on the enemy's feet, not focusing on their body. If you're not focusing on the enemy's feet, then you would actually hit them. Because in essence, this is just a 2D game. The 3D is it's pseudo 3D, let's say it. It's not completely 3D. There are no levels, so it's only one plane. All the action is done in one plane, so in essence you're playing in 2D. As far as aiming, spells and skills in general goes. So yeah, aiming at the fit is the most useful approach. I think I'm good with rejuvenation potions, so I don't need to pick them up anymore. Thankfully I have not been using them. And since the chest is so tiny, I can refrain from it for now. XP is not that great, but the progress is steady, which is good. I think the most important thing to do in hardcore is to always try to clear enemies. That's why I think you need to have options to kill all type of immunes if you can. To essentially have no immunes, I mean. Because if you leave out enemies and you need to fall back, you can actually get killed. But if you keep moving in one direction and leaving no enemies behind, you always have a safe path. Here with the Sorceress, I think that's not realistically possible. At least I haven't actually found it, how it's possible. Because if you try to have a 3 elemental Sorceress, the two choices for skills are kinda obvious. The third option as a skill is not that obvious for me, and funny enough it's not obvious in the fire skill, fire skill tree. Because I think Hydra has been boosted and it does good damage only using Hydra and a few points in fire mastery. But because if Hydras fire firebolts, and the moving targets are very hard to hit, so it will be frustrating. The other option I think could be Firewall, which I think does relatively good damage, but it's very hard to use. Fireball is too mana consuming, it doesn't do, I think, good enough damage to be actually useful. I'm gonna pick up this one, although I think I have a very great one right now. I think 20 faster cast rate is a good target, because after that I think it's the next breakpoint, I think it's 36. I think you need, yeah, so you actually need to hit 40, which is very hard. In classic Diablo, I think besides, I don't know, I don't remember all the unique items, but in rare and magic items only the wands, the staves, and the amulets can give you faster cast. So it's not that easy to reach high faster cast rates. Yeah.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, I think Guess I need to get back to get rid of some of the items. Let's see.
Yes?
This is not a bad ring, but I don't want to use resistances, but I think I'll keep it for now. Yeah, I think I'll keep it. But you cannot skip on resistances. And I also need to remember to pick up any diamonds I can get. The main use of gold here is repairing items and gambling. I don't think that there's any other use here. Come to think of it, and then Lord of Distraction. So yeah, I prefer the faster hit recovery. Strength is good to have, but I'm gonna hit 60 strength no matter what, so that I can change my gear freely. So I don't need to focus on plus strength items from now at least, maybe later. Frozen Orb is such a good skill because you don't need to aim it that well and it still does good damage. It's always good if you aim it directly and it explodes. It actually explodes on top of the enemy you want to hit, so you want to be in the proper distance. But if you aim poorly, it still does some damage because it spread out so many ice bolts. I think that's the ones that spread out from the skill. I think it's ice bolts, or it seems so at least. This is actually why I do not like Act 3. It's a bit confusing and it's actually a large area to navigate. Fortunately, the XP is relatively good. I think I need to put at least 1 point in frozen armor just for safety. It would be a lot useful. Help me kite enemies. This mercenary and also the Aquan mercenary have good coding. They actually stay behind and try to avoid damage, since they're essentially glass cannons as well, so that's good. In Lord of Destruction, I think this mercenary is also good. You can just stack him with all type of useful auras for you and your minions if you have any. There are so many good combinations. Holy Fire, Holy Shock, Bramble. You can add Bramble if you're rich enough. For Thorns. Thorns has been given a new life and resurrected. I think it's very good now. Especially if you have minions, which means more damage return to you, because return to the enemies, because minions receive more damage, so when they use thorns they actually return more damage to the enemy monsters as well, so that's good. I think you can stack them with you can stack a bramble with an edge bow, the runward edge bow, which gives you 40. I think it's 40 to Thorns damage, to Thorns aura, I mean, sorry. So I think that would be amazing for minions. It would make the the journey so much easier. I think broadsword, this 8 item is just the berserk's one, which is not useful for me. So I don't need to bother picking it up. All set items and uniques in classic are of the normal variant. You can get up to exceptional, meaning the second tier of items, in magic and rare items. And since there are no runes, there is no crafting here, so that's the only 4 types of items you get. So yeah, no rune words, no crafting. Crafting is very fun. It's essentially, it allows you to make to actually make out of a magic item to make a rare item. With some properties you can actually focus on. There are fixed. They have variants, but they are fixed. Do I want to put one skill in Fireball, or do I want one point in Frozen Armor? That is the question. I think just for safety I'm gonna put one to Frozen Armor now to have it on. The duration is actually very good, more than 2 minutes. What nice thing they could add would be one nice addition they could make to the game is to actually have a timer from the different types of buffs and debuffs if possible. And although yes, it was not available in the original game, still that would make, I think, a very positive change if they ever decide to to make any further developments in this game. Maybe Blizzard is over Diablo 2, but you know, there's always hope to make this great game even greater. Nothing here, but I still need to check every part on Flare Jungle crevices. I think that's what they're called. See if we can find Flare Dungeon. Yeah, cold damage is so useful. Not that great in damage, but at least in early levels. Like fire damage, but still. The ability to completely freeze your enemies when they're not immune to cold is amazing. I think, yeah, maybe I should have gotten through the ice tree. That would be actually best. And maybe raise the fire tree as a second option. I wanna go there with a teleport, but I don't think it's safe. And you can leave items on the ground for a relatively big period and they do not despawn. It depends on the item, funnily enough, how long it takes to despawn. The more rare the item is, meaning the rarity of the item, magic, rare, set, unique, rune word. The more rare the item is, it takes longer for it to despawn. I think it's 5 minutes, I wanna say. It's 5 minutes if it's the higher rarity. The highest, I mean, the highest. You can get the maximum length. I think it's, yeah, 5 minutes.
I can't carry anymore.
It's always good to have with you the Horadric cube, which is something I never did back when I was young, when I was playing, because I was too afraid to lose it, because if you lose it, if you drop it, you have to go again to find it. So, funnily enough, I used to leave the Horadric cube in the stash when I was young. But it's totally worth it because it adds more space than it takes on your inventory. It takes only 4 spots and it gives you 12. Yeah, 12. So yeah, it's always good to have it on you to take some loot from the ground. And with the ability in a controller to move the item straight to your cube, that's very good, especially, yeah, if you play with a controller, and so you cannot have half your screen to be the inventory. I think I'm gonna take this dagger just to sell it, because it's rare. So yeah, if I do some Jenga, some Tetris, I can fit it in. One thing I didn't think they didn't do well in Diablo 4 is having all the items have the same size inside your inventory. You do not get the difference in how big an item is if it's all the same. If it's only one square, I think that was a missed opportunity there. It's more efficient for sure, but doing this little Tetris with your items inside your inventory is, I think, it's important part of the action RPG experience. So yeah, let's try and summon the enemy that has Gibden. Keep missing the firebolt, and then I don't know why. Sometimes I think it used to bug out and you wouldn't get the enemy to spawn. You move a bit, you move from one side to the other. Okay, I think we got the easiest one this time.
I'm overburdened. I must take this to Ormus.
So, yeah, negate the mana potion. Thankfully, I'm not using that many health potions. I think I need to get this waypoint before I enter the dungeon so that I can quickly return to the area and continue adventuring. Okay, maybe I'll just return Gibden to see if I get also a good ring as a present from Ormus.
You, this magic.
Let's see what we got. Only hold resist. Maximum damage only one. Oh, not that amazing. I prefer the 13 to lightning resist I have now. So that's settled. I think, yeah, if it was higher on the cold resist, even with one element I would keep it to fix some holes in the resists, but I don't think it's useful now. Okay. Let's check. Okay, this is a massive upgrade. Wow. And even half rest duration. This is amazing. This is an amazing gloves. I think they would be useful till I get frost burns. And even then. Yeah, that's amazing to help you with the resist. Yeah, first rate on its own, not that amazing, but that's great. So yeah. Okay, we need to get the waypoint and then continue with the journey. This is one of the longest areas, longest acts in the game. I think it's probably the longest, the biggest in size to navigate. Even in Act 5, it doesn't have a thing so much running around. But they managed to make it so that you actually feel that it's a jungle. They were spot on with at least that part, the fantasy, to actually feel that you're lost. And trying to take the advantage of this tree log to not get surrounded because there are so many enemies. They are relatively weak, but I don't need to make it more dangerous than it has to be. I think besides teleport, in classic, Paladin has the greatest chances to finishing hardcore with, because besides playing Hammered, you have also the Vigor, which helps you with navigation, moving around, not having to worry about stamina. I mean, hopefully I will reach the next level before hitting lower Kurast with all the enemies here and in the Flare jungle. Mercenaries have better stats when you pick them up from normal difficulty in general. There is higher than buying them from a higher difficulty, funnily enough. That's one more a bit strange trivia of this game. So if you can, you buy them in normal difficulty, although that's not always possible because active mercenaries have different skills available when there are different skills available in Act 2 normal and Act 2 nightmare. It used to be that they have the same available auras and in normal and in hell, but they changed it and it was a good change. Okay, so the waypoint is close enough, that's good. They changed it so that active mercenary, you can have the same aura options available when even in hell, no matter what, you have all the options like normal and nightmare. It used to be that you have all the options you have in normal as well, so I think the best ones were in nightmare, funny enough, which was a bit strange, but yeah, that's how it used to be. I'm gonna use teleport a bit to avoid backtracking since it's safe. Here you just need to move for the first two areas to the left, meaning where your shield is facing. The ghost types of enemies are very dangerous because they can gang on you and can kill you easily, but with area of effect spells, they can die very easily because it's the same reason they group up. The same reason they're dangerous, the same reason that they can be killed easily when you have a good area of effect spells. Ghosts also in Lord of Destruction have the best chance to drop your runes. Out of all the enemy types, ghosts are the best. I don't know, wasn't hit him, but yeah, nothing seems to. The firebolts seem to be flying by him. But okay. So here, the area, I think it's one of some patterns, but I think essentially it's just on the other side. I think I can try to do some teleporting to help me not navigate the whole area. Trying to kite them back so that my mercenary can hit. So yeah, this enemy is always fire immune, Witch Doctor. Let's try to static fill him down so that my mercenary cannot kill him. Keeps moving around, which is sad. You always have to kill them twice.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, I think I'll try to take this chainmail since it's rare to see if I can get one resists. Only have two types here. Aiming for 15 resist and above would be good. So I guess since I have the weapon, I will teleport back now. Okay, let's see what we got. The amulets are not great. When I have flawless gems readily available, I'll try to make a prismatic amulet for the resists, because all resists are great. And then you gamble amulets to get plus skills and all resist and even faster cast if you can. That would be amazing. I think it's actually very probable to do it. Okay, this is not something amazing, so I'm just gonna sell it. I think since this is the third area, I think this way it leads to lower Kurest, but I don't know if it's certain. We'll find out soon enough. I think the summons here give you the witch doctor types of enemies give you experience only when you kill them the second time. I don't think they give you experience twice, but yeah. Next time I'll kill him, I'll try to see if the experience bar raises. I'm almost max in fire resist, that's very good. Because the council does mostly fire damage with all the hydras aiming at you. Hopefully with some kiting and teleporting back I can isolate them and with the help of the mercenary kill them. If I get a good map I can farm Mephisto sometimes for better gear and some easy XP. I think we're a bit over level and the enemies thankfully don't do as much damage, which is always great, especially in hardware. If the group up, it's actually easier to kill from with fireball. Fireball, I mean. I'm not sure if he gave XP. And it's not as easy as in PC when you can open your character sheet and actually see the numbers if they go higher when you killed. So I'll try to see if I can find this information online, because it will be interesting to see if you get double XP when you're killing them. The witch doctor type of enemies, so you can farm them better if they're you can actually aim to farm them if they are unique or champion type of enemies. These are actually difficult enemies. Yeah, I don't want to get hit by that. Thankfully I've cleared all the enemies so I can safely teleport backwards if I need to. If I keep them at range, I can kite them forever. They have some, even in normal, they have some regeneration. You have to actually hit them, keep hit cam so that you can actually take them down. The waypoint in Lower Kurasta, I think, is not needed. Oh no, so yeah, no, Lower Kurasta, I think it's not needed. Let's see. You only need one waypoint. Lower Kurast or Kurast Bazaar. Just so that you return after you enter the correct temple. To get the black book for the quests for stats. You can always tell which temple is the correct by the direction it's facing. You need the temple that is facing the same way as how you entered. So we entered Lower Kurast this way, so it must be facing to the northeast, the entrance of the correct temple. So that's the one that has the black book every time. So yeah, I'm gonna cast frozen armor, which I forgot to do, and then yeah, that's 28. So I'm gonna get one more in fireball, one strength, 2 in vitality, for the rest energy, like always.
I am overburdened.
I don't think there are all resist rings in classic Diablo, but I'm not sure as well. But even if you get only 2 type of resists per ring, you can reach maximum resistances if I calculated correctly. I used obviously a tool uh, to calculate the possibilities for rare items from max roll. I think the light bolt is the one that has some cold resists. So yeah, I think this could be useful, but it's only 4 slots. Okay, maybe I will just sell it. Even 1 point in Fire Mastery, it's a very big bump in damage. It's 30%. So I think after I do 1 point in Fire Mastery, I will begin descending the ice tree towards Frozen Orb. And after killing Israel, 2 extra points, I think I will reach it easily. In like, hopefully at least, level 30 something, 35. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 skills. And 1 point in Cold Mastery. I think it's very good for the -2 resistances. And then all the rest to Frozen Orb. And I think that would be the best to farm Nightmare. And then afterwards I think Hell will be very difficult. Hell will be... I think to face Hell you need to respec with energy shield, because you do not have the mercenaries here cannot tank efficiently, so you're always in danger. And energy shield raises your maximum hit points in essence. You're never gonna go full mana even when using energy shield, because poison damage goes straight to it.
I can't carry anymore.
Does not go, energy shield does not help you with poison damage, so you always need a good balance. I think since it's in the maximum you can get in classic Diablo, at least you cannot reach 95 like in Lord of Destruction. Since here it's 75% absorption in essence, I think it's a good balance is 2 points in mana and 3 in health, so that you can almost double your hit points in essence. So that way you have actually a very fast recovering health pool in essence. And to have the ability to cast all your mana hungry spells, because all the good spells of Sorceress are very mana hungry. I mean, I think it's 20 for Frozen Orb, 25 even worse. So yeah, you need a lot of mana to be able to spam it. Even if Frozen Orb has a 1-second delay, faster cuts still helps you a bit, because you, in essence, you are actually faster to cast it when it is available, if that makes sense. I think it does. So that as soon as it is available, you can cast it, because it has a delay on its own. It's a different totally thing from the next hit delay, which affects the monsters, which they have fixed, and that was a very, very good fix. or alter it. They've altered it, if you want to say it that way, because what the next hit delay does in essence, it's that it prevents you from the same ability hitting the same enemy multiple times. And the time period it would do that, it was 1 second, 25 frames. 25 frames is 1 second in this game. So the change they made, and it's a very good one. Also, here in Lorokuras the chests are the best to farm for runes and hell, in essence. But and other items. But I think it's very boring. It's very efficient if you want higher runes, but it's very boring. You just open as many chests as you can over and over and over to reach better loot. But it's good to pop them if you're in the area. If you want some chances for a better gear. But anyway, the next hit delay difference that they made is a very good one. So that now the hit delay is always in effect like before, but the very big change they made it is that it is per enemy and not per skill. Meaning, if you cast Teeth from Necromancer, you cannot shotgun enemies. You cannot hit the same enemy more than once. But you can hit multiple enemies with the same cast of Teeth. And an even greater example is with the Rune World Distraction, which had so many great effects. Armageddon, and I don't remember all the other ones. I think it's now Distraction is an amazing item since they fixed the next hit delay. So that would be a nice one to test if I ever get the runes. So I think a werewolf, if you're playing a druid in werewolf form with a distraction runward, I think that would be amazing. So many more damage in elemental, and with the addition of the Sunder runes, I think that you can make a good fire claw build. So yeah. So I don't think it's here. Forgotten about it. I think it's just the next area. You don't need Urkurast. So yeah, you just need the waypoint here, Kurast Bazaar. Here are the temples. But we got some XP out of it. And some chances for better loot from the chest, which unfortunately didn't happen, but okay, what can you do? I think yeah, with all the changes they made, they very vastly broadened the horizon of different cool builds you can do. Cool builds that you can use to farm in even players one. It's great, meaning you can play ladder just by yourself, and when your friends are available, you can join them. So yeah, that's always good. Potions here have a chance to crit when you drink them, so the more health or mana you have, the better. That's why Barbarian, because since he has the largest health pool, can do has also the greatest help from health potions. So this is the temple, since this is facing towards the northeast. That's how we came to this area. So I'm gonna enter it after uh, grabbing the waypoint in this area. Sometimes a few of the temples are a bit tough. I'm gonna cast frozen armor before entering, and hopefully they don't gang upon me, because that would end the journey very fast. They have a specific enemy, which is a demon with a sword. Okay, so I opened up by mistake. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, and I don't remember the name. I think it begins with an S. This enemy, she's very fast. She can kill you. So casting frozen armor should help at least give me a chance to, if something goes terribly wrong, or to get to drink some potions, or just exit. I would like not to exit, I would like to take it to clear the area of the temples to get the black book, because it gives you more stat points. So we'll see. First the waypoint, and then we'll face here. I think there are the same enemy types every time, just the difference is how the temple is structured. It's a very specific pattern the temples have, but it's not the exact same pattern in the temple you want, the one that has the black book. It keeps changing. So if we get one of the good patterns, it will be easy, because you just block the entrance and you spam your AoE spell, and if you do enough damage, you keep staggering here. So I'm just gonna go back for a second to sell some of these things on the return, just to be able to pick up the book as well, hopefully.
Yes?
Yeah, let's see first the things that we have here. Not good. Not good. Magic items, you can put them in the cube and give you the other item, but since I have a good amulet, I don't need to cube up the rings. Let me see if I have. Okay, so I have 3 rings here at least. So I'll show you what I mean. So okay, this is for the cold resist, but which is nice, but I don't wanna have only 2 rows of potions, so I'm just gonna sell it. And then drop some of these things here on the ground to make space. Oh yeah, transfer the things here. Okay, let's see what we have here. Not great, not great, not great. So it works here even as well in classic. It gives you an amulet, and if you have 3 magic amulets, it gives you a ring. I think 3 amulets would be more useful to me, since I have this great amulet for now. The even greater it would be to have a prismatic amulet with 20 all resist. I think here in classic it doesn't get higher than 20, and that goes for rares and magic items. So yeah, nothing of these items are good, so I'm just gonna sell them. back to adventuring. It's always important to use choke points to your advantage, especially when there are a lot of enemies. These enemies which keep healing one another, a trick you can do, if you can, is to blind them. If you blind them, they only do melee attacks if you are close to them, meaning very close, like range 1 in the game. So yeah, that's one trick you can do. If you cast blind on them from dim vision, or if you have item that can blind them from a distance, it's very useful. And it's also useful if you're facing archers, which are very dangerous in hardcore. Archers and slingers, they're very dangerous because even if you have minions ahead of you, their missiles can pierce. So that's dangerous. So dim vision is very useful. But even more useful than anything is better clear speed. If you can kill them fast, nothing else matters. Meaning if you have, let's say, good enough damage from chain lightning, which doesn't miss and keeps going between I think 5 or 6 targets. I don't remember exactly. 6. But it does 5 hits. Okay, so if you have a spell like, for instance, chain lightning, which doesn't miss and high enough damage, killing them is the safer options. If they're dead, they cannot harm you. So number one safety is higher kill speed. All after that, everything else comes after that to make you survive better. But you know, having a strategy for everything is useful. So if things go bad, and in this game it keeps always there is always a chance to go bad, very fast. You have a backup. The easiest way to die is something that surprises you and does very high damage very fast, like wisps. The wisps that do lightning damage if they're 3, 4, 5, 6 sometimes, and they cast lighting on you. Since lighting has a very high variance, if they all do the best damage they can, and even if you have 75 lighting resists, they can still kill you. So in Lord of Distraction, you have the possibility to get items with lighting absorb, and the new rune word they made available in ladder and in single player, which is called ground. You can make it in a helm. It is amazing because it has at least 10% lighting absorb, and I think it goes up to 15 if I remember correctly. Anyway, it's amazing early on, and even if you have a smiter, it's very useful to make one helm with ground rune word, because it can help you clear Uber Tristram, because the only real danger to you is getting one shot in Uber Tristram by Uber Mephisto, since he has conviction and extremely large lightning damage. He can kill you. And before that, before actually reaching Uber Tristram, very dangerous is Lilith, because she does a lot of poison damage. So you need poison length reduced, which what can help you here is one more new rune word, which is Cure, which gives you your cleansing, which gives you cleansing, which reduces poison and curses. So I'm gonna cast Frozen Armor here and hope for the best. Okay, that's one of the good scenarios, but the unique enemy is not here. Gonna clear the other rooms first and then move to the main one. I think the spiders are too big to fit, or maybe it's just that cold damage from the mercenary helps a lot. There are two different things in cold damage. It always does chill if there is chill effectiveness. Here is the enemy. Okay, I think I do high enough damage to stagger them, and the cold damage from the mercenary helped a lot. She can kill you very easily, so that's good. Clear heal out. That way we can teleport back if something bad happens. Yeah, hopefully I got 1 point in Frozen Armor as well. And I wanna trigger all of them here. If I can. With some kiting I should be able to finish them. We're very close to the point where I can spam Fireball forever. I think it's now closer than ever. Night Lords cast meteors, which also do physical damage on impact, and then besides the initial fire damage, they also do fire damage over time, which is not good if you're standing on top of it. That's why Meteor is also a useful spell to have. I think it's the most popular ability to have Frozen Orb, which has a very low requirement in synergies, Frozen Orb and Meteor. But Meteor has also hit delay as well, and also a delay on itself. Its casting delay is, you say it's 1.2 seconds. So not great, I think. And the inability to cast the meteor exactly where you want it with, because you're not aiming with a mouse in console, I think it's not as desirable. So I'm just gonna return for the stat points and then enter the sewers to get the Kalim's heart. Yeah, I think it's heart.
Good evening. Good evening.
100 in the rating is great if you were a melee character, because all the skills give you percentage boosting to attack rating, but yeah, you want some flat attack rating to help you. So that's a very great source in rings and amulets and the weapon you're choosing if you are a melee. So yeah. It's just gonna give Alcor a black book, get the 5 stat points and move on.
May the black book bring a black day to hell.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same, just gonna do 1 point strength, vitality, identity. The way to navigate here is that the next area where the Kalim's heart is, it's opposite to the sparkling chest that's in here, but hopefully you find the entrance before getting to see the chest, because this area is quite big. So I think I need to get close to this one to stop him from casting and leave. To stop him from resurrecting the enemies, I think. Okay, this is a bad spot. Here, this enemies, these Hydras, Stygian monsters that come from the river. If you kill the tentacles first, you get XP. If you kill its head off, it dies, and the tentacles give you no XP. It's one of the different things. This enemy, Stygian Watcher. So you actually want to kill its tentacles first, get more XP, but that's not always possible. Doesn't really matter, but it's a fun trivia in this game. It's full of little details. So what does the most damage here? I think it's the magic damage that they throw out. And no matter how many times I kill them, they will keep resurrecting them. You cannot, the skeletons he raises, I don't know if they can get shattered by cold damage. Some enemies do not get shattered at all. Okay, this is a lot of damage. I'm gonna move back. Replenish my potions. Keep going. Thankfully, Horodrems do not keep raising themselves. That would make it very difficult to move on. At least in solo play. If you have more party members, you can make a good strategy to spread out your different types of damage to have a bit of everything. I think in every party you should have one Sorceress and one Paladin. They have the most usability, and then after one it depends. It's good to have a bit of everything, obviously. So you have the widest range. I think this is the spot. This turquoise bat is always near the entrance to the next area. You need to try to kill unique and super unique enemies to solid ground, because otherwise their drops will vanish, unfortunately. That's one of the sad things. So you get no drops even though you made the kill. That would be a good fix as well if the developers want to make that would make it a good fix. To always get the loot even if you kill the enemies out of bounds. So yeah, we were like that was a fast sewers, which is not a place you wanna hang around. There are many things that can kill you.
Good day.
So, okay. We're ready, I think, for the council. Or at least I hope so. So yeah, in the sewers, the entrance is on the opposite side of the sparkling chest, but we didn't find the sparkling chest. Let's just go towards the left of the character I play and hope for the best. And if I see the sparkling chest, then I know that in the general direction it's on the opposite side of where I am. But if you don't have a good sense of the area, you don't actually know where the opposite side is. So I don't know how helpful that tip is, but it's the only tip that is available for that area. For
I am overburdened.
the sewers. Here you just go straight ahead. There's nothing else. Just go straight ahead to the next area. There's nothing here. You can go to the temples for some XP, but I don't think it's necessary because Travinkle has so many super uniques, which is actually one of the better farming strategies in the whole game, to keep farming them, because super uniques have better chance to drop good loot. They have a better treasure class table, so when you kill them, better chance something good drops. You can get anything from any enemy. You can get Stone of Jordan out of just opening a chest randomly. But yeah, if you wanna maximize your chances for better loot, you should always kill super unique enemies. There are many drop calculators who where they tell you what some enemies what every enemy can drop, and if you want the specific item, what are your chances to actually make it drop. The very rare items like Stone of Jordan have chances in the thousands. So to to actually get my first Stone of Jordan in season 1, I think I farmed Nightmare and Ariel for I think 2 weeks straight. 2 weeks straight, just non-stop farming here. I played like for 3-4 hours per day every day for 2 weeks to actually get it. So yeah, it's luck, but yeah, since that was the most efficient way to farm here, I was just spamming Andariels. An even better chance if you can, and want to if you want to get Stone of Jordan, and if you're able, is to actually farm Hell and Ariel. She has a bit lower chance to give you Stone of Jordan, because I think she drops also 1 or 2 more rings. But in essence, I think it's a bit more preferable because it drops a lot more great gear for many different characters. So if you can easily kill Andariel in Hell, in the long run, I mean, it's more preferable to farm Andariel. So even if you don't get the Stone of Jordan to drop, you're still having good chances to drop good gear like Tolrasa's set, which is amazing for one of the better sets to have and use on a Sorceress for many builds. I think for the gold build it's actually very good, but you can use it I think for everything. It's a very good set. I think the hardest part to get from that set is the amulet. The amulet of Talrasa is the hardest one to get. I don't know if it drops from Andariel and Hell. I can remember from the top of my head. But yeah, in essence, it's a very good farming spot. Andariel and Hell. You obviously first bug her out just to be safe. It's very easy to do. You just kill her the first time and then you go immediately to the next area and that's it. You bugged her for the rest of your game. For the rest of your difficulty. To say it properly, you need to do this once per difficulty and then that's it. Every time you farm here you get better drop chances. So you always bug her out just to be safe and then you farm here non-stop. It's actually a very good gear even if you don't finish the game or if you're not able since you just come to Act 1. You just keep farming on Dariel and Hell over and over. So yeah, on Mercenary here, very useful. I'm a bit amazed. Cold damage, so useful. Not every enemy can be chilled. Cold damage always does chill damage. And then I think after a threshold it freezes the target. There are also different weapons that can do the freeze target, and the higher the chance, the higher the number, excuse me, from the freeze target means that it stays frozen for longer periods, but since these types of things, that anything that has duration is affected by the difficulty you're on, and I think it's 25 effectiveness, 25% effectiveness in Hell, 50% effectiveness in Nightmare, and 25 effectiveness in Hell. So, but still, if you're spamming the skill quickly, or if you're meleeing, attacking with melee very fast and hitting, you freeze the target, and that's amazing. It's essentially stunned, you get free hits, and the enemy does not hit you back, which is amazing. The most broken mechanic is slow. Cold also does slow. If the target can be slowed, can be hit by cold damage and has the chill effectiveness, it can get slow, and there are different types of slow that can get stuck on top of each other. The slow from cold damage, the slow from the creepy fighters, the slow from slowest target, which is only I think in melee weapons, and I don't know if it's in bows. Maybe it is, but I don't remember off the top of my head. And I think there is one more source. I think the slowest target is one of the better mechanics to have for safety. So yeah, I'm just gonna teleport a big pack, take some mana potions, kite them here, kill them easier. It's actually better if you have high fire resistance to let yourself get hit instead of your mercenary, because the mercenary gets a lot more damage. I think it's 4 times. I think it's four times the damage it gets from the hydras. So you're helping him stay alive, but obviously you don't want to get killed. So if you're in danger to get killed, you obviously let the mercenary take the hit, because mercenary is playing on softcore. You can resurrect him anytime you're the one who's playing on hardcore. So if you can, you take the hits. If you cannot, you let him die and you res him. I wanna try and kite him if I can. Okay. Let's see if I can drop him away from the others. I think someone is healing him. No. So got amplified. I don't think they do melee damage, but every time, but it's still dangerous. Someone's definitely killing him. Okay.
I am overburdened.
This was a good kill. If there are enemies that we keep resurrecting him, you just need to kill them first.
I am overburdened.
So
I am overburdened.
I have a lot of things here.
I am overburdened.
There is no weapon swapping in Classic as well. You see here there are no numbers 1 and 2 to change, so you have to actually take out your weapon and and then break the seal. I'm just gonna return a bit to take out some of the gear. I don't need to sell it.
Yes?
And return. When we reach the next level, the more difficult enemies are always the Stygians, the little dolls that run around. And besides swarming you, the greatest danger is when they explode, because it's like corpse explosion. They do 50% physical damage and 50% fire damage. But a really bad thing is that the physical part of the explosion, it can critically hit. So that's really not good. It is the cause for many hardcore deaths. I have also a video where in here in my channel where I almost die to a Stygian doll. So yeah, you need to be extra careful. I don't think it's healing. Yeah, now it's healing.
The temple's power is annulled.
Okay, now Mephisto. Here I think it's always on the left hand side. If I remember correctly, you just go to the left hand side for every area. I'm not gonna use teleport here, I think it will be too dangerous. I'm still not to the point where I can freely cast Firebolt, but it's close. Okay, Conviction is very dangerous. The smaller type of enemies are very useful for a Necromancer if you can revive them, I mean, to use them to kill Ubers with because they have Crushing Blow. I really don't wanna get hit by this guy. I'm just gonna kite him a bit. So that was a good kill. Getting a bit low in mana potions. Think Firebolt is a bit on the high side. That's why. Firebolt spell does not raise in mana. Yeah, it's 2.5 steps. So yeah. Yeah, Stygians, yeah, they explode. There is the kill, and they explode, and they can kill you. Hopefully, in normal difficulty, it's uh, lot less chances for that to happen. Still possible, but in Nightmare and in Hell, especially in Hell, it's very dangerous to kill you. You try to kill them from afar, or move past them, or even better not kill them at all because the damage they actually do is not that high. The explosion they make when you kill them is the danger, the big danger. Personally, I think it's a bug, but I don't know. I don't know if they actually meant it to have this powerful explosions, but they have not altered it, so I don't know. Mercenaries are not affected by the explosion at all, so it doesn't matter to them. You can let them kill the Stygian dolls and you're very safe. That's one more option. if you're playing with close encounters, if you're like a paladin or a barbarian or a werewolf druid and you're playing with a mercenary who can kill them fast, you can try removing its weapon so they do not kill them. And you also don't kill them, and you just try to move past them. You don't want the explosion to hit on you. Very dangerous. The aggro in this game, the aggression, meaning the targeting of the enemies, I think it's the first one they have on range, and then it's the closest. Sometimes they randomly change targeting, but I think that's mostly how they work. I think maybe I should begin descending the gold tree to get to Frozen Orb as fast as I can. When I reach 30, I'll put a point and fire mastery and then begin descending the gold tree. Because Frozen Orb is so useful. I will need mana potions in a bit. Trying to lure them. Since they are minion typed, it says undead / minion, it means they are next to a super unique enemy and they're trying to stay close to that super unique enemy. But they move around and you can score some kills to make it easier on you. And just keep trying to lure them. If I make this kill, it will be very good. Okay, that was very good. If you can kill the biggest threat, you should always do that, but if that's not possible, you move around to the easiest targets. That way you maximize your chances for survival. That's true for many games and encounters. If you can kill the biggest threat to you, you should always aim for that. But if you find it hard, you should immediately stop it and go for the easiest targets to pick off so that you can... It's the fastest way to decrease, let's say, their collective HP, their collective health pool, if you can imagine it that way. I think it makes sense. I'm not an expert in hardcore by any stretch of the imagination, but I find it exciting. The fact that you only have one life. The different types of strategies you need to use makes difference than just going happily around and freely moving back and forth. I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. You do what you enjoy, but the difference in gameplay is what I like, what I enjoy. The difference on how you approach every situation and every game, and the possibility that everything goes very, very wrong. A bit. It's a good one. If you make a mistake, you learn from it. And you go back to the drawing board where you scratch your head. What did the mistake happen? Is it the different skills? Is it the different tactics I used? Is it that's the enemy? Was it just bad luck? But you wanna minimize the... Always you wanna minimize the luck factor. I think it's here. Yeah. Something we need to go left side again. I have a lot of health potions. I will get rid of some of them to make some space. To be able to pick up some things if I need to. I'll try to finish this act if I can, and then we'll see. Okay, it's the gems again. I'll try to move them to a choke point, so I can kill them from a distance. The fact that the mercenary freezes them is very helpful. You can actually, if you're at least in Nightmare, you can actually move between Nightmare difficulty and normal difficulty to change the map in single player, because otherwise it's static, it's always the same. So you can get a better map to Mephisto and an easier access. That way you can farm him faster. And Mephisto has great drops. Even now Mephisto can drop some of the greatest items in Hell, and in Nightmare there's still chance that items roll even with better properties due to the way the engine is coded in this game. So yeah, but I think farming Nightmare Mephisto over and over again with a very minimal chance to get some extremely amazing rare gear, I don't find that fascinating. I find that very boring.
I am overburdened.
But okay, to each his own. I mean, farming him in Hell, I can totally understand it. In Lord of Destruction, in Classic, here, I think even in Normal you can get amazing drops. Because some unique items are very useful even if they're just of the normal category, meaning not exceptional or elite. There are no elite items in this, in classic Diablo. Only normal and exceptional, and unique items only drop in unique items only drop in their unique and their normal form. Sorry, there are no exceptional or elite uniques in classic Diablo. So you can get a lot of great items, very useful. Well, from Mephisto in normal. Mephisto is a good place to farm in normal, and then normal cows is a very good one. so Frozen Orb would be great there. I could do a respec after like 40 levels, but I don't think I should do that. Should I keep the chip diamond? I don't think it. Maybe when I get the flawless versions I will start keeping more and more gems. I still think I need to pick up the waypoint here for safety and the ability to, if I want to, that I can farm Mephisto here in normal, just to have it as an option, and then move forward. Taking few steps at a time to not aggro every enemy if I can. Thin them out and kill them more easily. Sorceress has great damage, but she's a bit of a glass cannon. Since the mana burn bug is fixed, I think now energy shield has reached I meant to drink the other potion. Energy shield has now reached a very good efficiency. I will try, I think, to make another budget option in Lord of Destruction sometime. Another energy shield sorceress. I'm very interested in the budget versions, meaning builds you can very easily make to farm the game. So since we have found that this is the entrance to the next level, and we know that the waypoint is to the left, from the waypoint you find it here, so I think we have to go here a bit, find the waypoint, pick up. Oh, I think I picked it up already, so okay. It's relatively close, but not the best. I forgot about it. So yeah, I picked it up already. Sometimes there are enemies here on the corner, sometimes not. I think it's totally random. Here I will try to thin them out. They have fanaticism, which is not amazing. If I can kite them, it will be great. Yeah, fire damage. It's hurting him a lot. These enemies are very dangerous. Okay, this will be tough. I think I need to reset this. It didn't go very well. I don't think it's safe. I'll try to pick him up again. Maybe one try. And if it doesn't go out, we start from the waypoint again. Okay, lightning resist, tank fire resist. I think that's better. 6 to 8. Yeah, it's better and faster hit. So this is a great addition. Just gonna have to sell this. That's nothing amazing as well. Sell this to buy the mercenary. Okay, I think I have a bit of everything. This will be hard. I will try to keep close to the entrance if things go wrong to move backwards again.
What can I do for you?
Since there is no mercenary tab here, we do not know what mercenary we got, so I'm just gonna hire a higher level cold one. If I can just clear this area, it will be easier. It will be very easy to reach Mephisto. Let's okay. I think it went relatively well.
Good evening.
Just pick up a mercenary again. Just for him to aggro, to get some of the aggro off of my back, and then
Hello.
okay. It doesn't have static. Okay. Okay, this does a lot more damage, I think. So I'll take this one. Normal bosses, thankfully, do not have immunities, never. So we have potions. Yeah. I was gonna heal him. He's very dangerous.
Good evening.
Okay. Cast this. Okay. That was very good. I'm gonna move away. Okay. Let's try to guide the rest of them on here. I see the advantages of the static field. It's very good. Okay, this one I'll need to. I think I need to guide. Okay. This is good progress, I think. The only problem is with Mephisto. I'm scared. I'm a bit scared he doesn't immediately one-shot me with lightning damage. I'll take the mercenary. I'll let the mercenary take the first hits. Do I need potions? I think I'm good. I'll just pop here. Oh, I can just throw him. I can use the trick with moat. Yeah, maybe I should do that. I think this will be the high. Yeah, that's better that he died. I think, yeah, now it's here he stays. Then you can kill him from a distance. It's always better if you do it with Blizzard. It's boring. It's boring but safe. Thankfully I have almost infinite mana to cast Firebolt, so he's still getting hit, so I should be able to get him this way. This is a very old trick. It's always better with Blizzard. It goes, Blizzard covers a higher area, and you can almost always hit him, and Blizzard does a ton of damage. But yeah, I do not have that yet. And I don't think I will build Blizzard, it's not that good in console, because you cannot actually move your cursor of your mouse to aim, so it's always a fixed distance, and I don't think that's very useful in, when playing in console, as I am right now, playing on PlayStation. Oh my god, I haven't done almost anything here. Okay, I'm just gonna stock up on
Yes?
town portals. Get one more mercenary. Just high enough damage just to get him
What can I do for you?
tank for me a bit. Doesn't really matter. Anyone will do. If it had static damage, that would be good as well, but I'm gonna do the static. I just want him to tank some damage for me, so I can do a bit of static field shots on him
Stay
and
a
then
while and listen.
fireball him away. Okay.
Mephisto shall no longer darken our souls with hatred.
Let's try to take all the gear I can get to sell. So yeah, I think that's maximum. And you should always pop the chests here behind Mephisto. There are special super chests, as they're called. Even though they have no sparkling effects, they are super chests. So you should always pop them. Always, every time. This one, I think there are up to 3 here. It's only 1 now. Up to 3 here, and it's 1 more here. Right side, yeah. They're here. I think these are the ones that are special super chests. I'll just kill those enemies just for the XP to be closer to the next level. I think it went reasonably well, having a high health pool, so Mephisto couldn't one-shot me. I was always ready to drink a rejuvenation potion. So yeah, I think it panned out well. I need to pick up more rejuvenation potions now. I've used up a lot, like 2 or 3. It's a trick to have more rejuvenation potions on you so that you don't feel the need to keep saving them and to actually use them. So if you have only those in your belts, you might feel like, oh no, let me save the rejuvenation potions when you absolutely should not. Don't save the rejuvenation potions. Save yourself, save your character. Use them even if it's not the optimal last minute second. If it does something more, half or more of your health, you immediately use up the rejuvenation potion. No questions asked. Because it's better to use the rejuvenation potion than die and have a belt full of rejuvenation potions.
The tide.
So, some poison resist here. I'm still not maxing fire resist, so I'm not gonna change the boots.
Good to see you.
Identify the items.
What do you need?
Prevent Master Heal is a good mod, but it's more useful in Nightmare and in Hell. Heal the rejuvenation, the regen of the monsters in normal is not that big. Not that big of an issue. I think this is not a very bad set, but it's not anything amazing, so you just sell it. And also make a repair. Okay, I think that's it for this episode. I'll try to stream about the same hours every day. So if you enjoy, you can come watch some classic Diablo. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Goodbye.